Evening. As you know, on May 16th, the parks had what we call our Helping Hands Day at the park. Now, this year, our volunteers primarily worked on pulling staples from our picnic tables, which I didn't realize how big a job that was. I mean, I can't believe the cups and cups that they pulled out of there and how many are left still to pull out. I guess I got really annoyed when I saw that even the new picnic tables that we just bought out of the recycled materials have staples in them already. Now when people come to rent the pavilions, they are given an agreement, the park permit to rent the pavilions, and also a set of rules. And in the rules, number 15 is that they are not to use staples in the picnic tables. Now, one of the big concerns is, you know, any little kid running their hands along those tables, on top of the tables, under the tables, I mean, they could get a pretty bad cut. Not to mention, if even people I know that are on Coumadin, I can't even imagine somebody running their hands under those tables and getting a cut.
Kathy,
yes.
I have learned just for the first time this past week that there is no deposit charge. And I really think that you need to charge a deposit.
Right now, there is no deposits required when you rent the pavilion. That is one of the things that I would ask the supervisors to consider.
Absolutely.
For next year's rental season. For this year's rental season, what I would like to start with is the board has talked to Joe Cupola about making signs, one for each pavilion. They'd be 18 by 24. Made of aluminum. He would charge us $24 per sign that we could post in the pavilion saying do not use staples. In the meantime, we will continue to try to pull out all of the staples. I know some of our Parks Board members, even after Helping Hands Day, went down and we continued to pull staples out of the tables. And after we post the signs, that would be something else. If we continue pulling the staples out and we're able to get them all out. For next season, since we do have the extra help in our parks, if we could have Rick go down and check the tables before a rental and check the tables after a rental, and then that way, whoever rents the pavilion knows that we are checking them and making sure that it's okay before you put your picnic table covers on. I mean, they sell plastic clips that you can put over the tables, or you could use tape and then just take it off when you take your picnic tables. I don't see, this is dangerous having so many staples, and they're told to not do it.
Kathy?
Yes.
There's something else that I thought of that might be beneficial. First of all, I think they should be charged for every staple that's put into me. Seriously, otherwise, what are you going to do? But beyond that, you could probably have made, and it's a mandatory, that would be a mandatory charge for it. I believe that when people come to picnic, they want a clean table, so they put paper down, those long cloths, tablecloths of paper, and staple them down.
Right.
Well, I think that you could get something that, in my mind, have it made. And in order to rent it, you have to pay $10 extra for that. It's like a shower cap, except a rectangular shape, because of the rubberizing around it.
But then I think people are still going to want to put their own cover. I mean, everybody has a different theme, a different color that they're going to want to put down, you know, blue and gold if it's Can Mac, or if it's your birthday party, your favorite.
There should be a charge for it, no matter what. There should be a charge for any damage to anything, including staples.
Well, I agree. That's why I'm bringing it to the board's attention. I'm hoping that there's something that we can work on.
I don't see why it has to wait until next year. I mean,
our rental season has sort of already begun. We can work on a contract for next year. You know, or
everyone puts as many staples as they want to put in between now and
No, but it's also going to take us a little bit of time to get all the staples out of the table so that we can say they're starting with a clean table. You know,
I have a question for you. Your sign's going to say about not using one on the tables. I've actually looked there too, and if if you look at them, the support columns all have staples over them too.
Right.
I think we need to make this more broad to say the use of staples prohibited.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I had actually said to Joe something about don't use them on the picnic tables or the pavilions, but you're right,
Yeah,
prohibited
because
in
if
any
you
area.
run up against her and just lean up against it, put your hand there, you're gonna hit the staples too. I don't know, we gotta do something to try to make people not use them.
Exactly, that's better wording, you're right about that, from what I told him. So would it be
So right
okay?
now, you're just asking for permission for the signs. I'll
Yes,
make the motion. Are you asking for it to come out of the Parks Fund or for us to?
the Parks Fund is fine.
No, we can,
It's
I mean, it's $24.
it's per sign,
Right.
so it's
So I'll
three
make the
signs.
motion that we allow the Parks and Rec to have signs. Do you want just one, or do you want more than one per pavilion?
I've thought one per pavilion, because a lot of people do, if they're taking pictures, they don't necessarily want that in all of their pictures either, so you gotta put them everywhere.
Yes.
So I thought the pavilions are small enough, I think if you put one per pavilion.
Okay. So I'll make the motion that we allow the Parks and Rec Board to purchase signs banning staples for use in our pavilions.
I'll say.
So,
Thank you, and then will you consider rewriting next year's rental agreement if we could work
Probably start
together
that
on the,
relatively soon.
yes.
right, if we could work together on the wording of it to make sure that it's written up so that. you
Do
know,
a draft of your points, I'll be happy to look at.
Sure.
Yeah, you should probably circulate to all of us if you can.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, of course I will, of course.
Been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries.